Oh, is it a mod? Is he hacking? Pelvic thrusting in Minecraft? No. He's making a video about skins that give you advantages in combat. That's right, I'm like that two-headed caterpillar. You know the one I'm talking about, right? Except it's not actually its head, it's his butt. Before I get into the video, I should say that there are actually two different types of skin models that exist. There's the normal model and then there's the slim model. The slim model does make your arms 1 pixel less wide on each side, so conceivably it should make it easier for you to hide from people. However, it is still a little bit glitchy, so I just decided to stick with the normal model for this video. It's also what I designed every skin based off of, and I didn't want to change it. Also, the slim model is supposed to make you look like a woman, so, you know, that might matter to you.
I'm a man, we're men!
Hi, I'm Liam K500. Hi, I'm Liam K500. I am sorry. Today is October 29th, and I'm going to try and rush the hell out of these 3 videos for April Fool's Day, because they all lead into the next one, a tiny amount. So it's going to be really, really hard, but I might be able to do it. Whatever. Anyway, this skin is made to make it so that opponents think your backside is your front side, which is going to be used for... First of all, they're never really going to be able to tell which direction you're facing. Like, I mean, they usually will, because you'll either be having your armor on or holding an item. I know that mixed you up. You were like, what? Why the hell does arm go backwards? That's because that's my backside, stupid. I told you this skin works. I told you it works. It helps you in PvP. You've probably seen this skin a couple times, maybe. I've seen it at least 3 times on multiplayer servers, but I have been playing the game for 3 years, and it's, 12 years. Why did I say 3 years? It's 12 years. It was also so rare that I had to recreate this skin myself by hand. I actually had to recreate every single skin I used in this video by hand. Either way, you can use this skin when you want to trick people into thinking that your backside is your front side so they are scared of you. And even if you do have some armor on, are holding an item, they're probably just going to see the face of Steve, and because they have been playing this game so long, they are going to be conditioned to think, okay, that's the front, I better get ready to fight. And they might not attack you as quickly, so it will almost always give you the advantage when you are being surprise attacked. Or, if you turn on the outer layer, okay, ho-ho, double backside. See, look at this two-sided skin. Oh, it's even tricking me. It's even tricking me. I'm falling for my own tricks. But it's a double-sided skin. That's not actually how you're supposed to fall for it. You're not supposed to think that the backside is the front side. You're supposed to think the front side is the backside. But this one will let you kind of chill somewhere and have a player come up to you and try to attack you, thinking it's your backside, and then you can whip out the weapon you're holding. Maybe I should have had a weapon in my hotbar for this to showcase this a little bit better, but you know, you could hot switch to your weapon when they start approaching you and then run up and attack them. If you have armor, it's not going to work like at all. It's literally just not going to work if you have armor on. But, well, the chest, pants, and boots, it might work for. So you could definitely try it, but it's definitely another good skin. Probably not as good. That's why I made it the second layer. But if you prefer this, the both backs, if you prefer the double back over the double front, then you can just make this the main skin, the primary skin, and make the other skin the second layer, and then that will make it so this one is more convincing, even though they're both pretty convincing, because when you put on the second layer, it's barely any wider than the first layer in this game. So either way, both of these skins are going to be pretty convincing, especially at a distance. I give this skin a solid B tier. Y'all might have seen this one on YouTube before. Fake armor. A classic. So the point of this is pretty blatantly obvious. It's supposed to trick people into thinking you have armor on. The weakness should be pretty obvious as well, though, which is it goes out from your first layer a lot less than actual armor does. So anyone with eyes who is used to playing this game, and especially anyone who's seen this skin before, is probably going to realize pretty quickly that it's fake. The helmet is probably the most convincing piece. I mean, come on, tell me that doesn't look realistic. Look at that that helmet looks legit, man. That helmet looks good. People will fall for that helmet. Especially, you know, actually, give me a sec. Honestly, people will probably fall for just the helmet. You could not have any other iron armor on, and the helmet will still be pretty convincing. The pants are also pretty good too. Let me get those pants on. Oh, psych. Oh, the boots. Oh, the pants come with the boots. Okay, no, the pants aren't that convincing, but the pants, you know what? No, screw this. Oh, hell yeah. Ooh, hell. Kind of. Hell, sort of. Oh, hell, sort of. They might fall for that. Right? You just see this boy running up to you in the full iron. Oh, they're not going to fall for it, man. Either way, I know you're probably wondering why I chose iron armor over diamond armor. First of all, iron armor is just a lot more believable and much more common in like mini games and a bunch of different circumstances. You can do this with any armor, but I chose iron armor because if you have diamond armor, you most likely have enchants as well at that point. So it's going to be very unconvincing to just kind of have diamond armor. Also, the most efficient piece of diamond armor to craft for protection over iron armor is the boots. So if you have the helmet, the most convincing piece of fake armor, over the boots, it's not going to make a lot of sense. Whereas being efficient with your iron is different because the armor values change. People don't know them as well. I honestly don't remember whether it's better to make boots or a helmet with iron armor. Anyway, I just thought iron armor was the most convincing, so that's why I went with it over diamond or gold or chain or anything else. But you can like wear fake iron armor almost all the time, and then whip out like a super secret fake diamond armor skin, and then they'll probably actually believe the armor is real, or definitely be more likely to. They won't see it coming as much. So you can kind of mix people up by switching out multiple skins depending on your play session. So if you're playing with friends, you can do that. Obviously, if you're using these skins on a server as a one-time gimmick, you're probably not going to be able to, use that strategy. But yeah, I'd say this skin is probably most effective when you leave it off for the vast majority of the time and only pull it out as like a secret sneaky surprise on people. Most likely when you only use it when you already have some pieces of iron armor on, let's say 3/4 of a set, and you want to trick them into thinking you have the whole set, and they won't be used to you using the skin. So I'd say this skin is best used in moderation. See, this is much more convincing than, oh, well, Steve did decide to tuck his shirt in today. Oh, that's okay. He's just feeling a little spiffy. He's feeling a little spiffy. They're going to fall for it. They're all 10-year-olds. It's going to work. They're going to fall for it. Alright, so I'm going to have to give this skin an A tier for its combat usability and usage, because if you use it in moderation and only pull it out when they don't see it coming, you can probably trick people into thinking you have armor that you don't have a couple different times. The reason that it's not an S tier is because, sadly, even if people, you can have no armor or you can have iron armor, and in the end, people are usually going to treat you the same way. Either they just don't want to run away because it makes them look like a wussy, or they think they can beat you because they're overconfident. No matter how much armor you have, it probably won't change how they play against you that much anyway. So even if it is convincing, you have another layer of it usually won't change what their actions are going to be. So because of that, it's not going to be an S tier, and it's only going to be an A tier. Alright, we back. So, wait a minute. Isn't it? Wait. I thought when you switched the camera, it went to your back and then your front and then back to normal. Oh, wait a minute. That's right. Reverse, baby! Uno, reverse. The reversal. Y'all did not see that one coming. This skin, first of all, it starts off normal, so they aren't going to expect it. They aren't going to prepare for it. Another one that you can do with any skin, so it's extra useful. You can just literally reverse your skin and use it as a second layer. If your skin doesn't have a second layer, I seriously suggest doing this. I definitely have to give this crap an A tier. But yeah, you can just reverse your skin, put it as a second layer, and you can much more likely trick the normies. Much more likely they won't see it coming. Because if you have two-sided, if you're using that all the time, it's much less likely to trick them. You don't have control over the mind games that you play. It's just whether or not they fall for the skin over and over again, and they're mostly likely going to get used to it and then stop being won over by kind of the mental trickery of that skin. But with this one, you just have your normal skin all the time until you need an advantage on someone, until you have no armor, but you have a weapon, and you think you might be able to beat someone if you can trick them into thinking they can sneak up on you. Let's say you stand around a ledge and you're going to try and knock them off because they're going to think your back is turned. It could be a couple different things. You quick swap to your weapon. Once again, I should probably have a weapon in my hotbar to showcase this. And you just knock them right on off, or whatever you do. It's definitely going to be useful, definitely helpful. Just switch. Yep. And look at that. I'm backwards. Very useful. You can do it with any skin. It's an A tier. This one's an A tier because they won't see it coming. And even after playing with them for a long time, what you can do is you can also use this skin. Okay, so you are going to encounter the problem where they get used to the slight size difference with their eyes. They become smarter, better at catching you, and they're going to see that your reversed skin is bigger. Your reverse skin is bigger. It goes out a little bit from the first layer, and they're going to be able to tell the difference almost every single time when you try switching it up on them. And it's only going to screw you at that point because you're going to think, oh, maybe I'll be able to trick them this time, and you'll pretty much always be wrong. And in the end, it's just going to be a slight disadvantage to you. Like, right now, you know that I'm forwards because I'm smaller. Psych! Wrong again. Man, you're a gullible little sucker, aren't you? Well, anyway, I have another version of this skin, the sneaky secret version they're not going to see coming, where guess what? Look at this crap. Oh, crap. Now normal me is bigger. Now the normal me is the big one. So you have another layer of disguise to trick them another time. Because they'll see the big one, they'll be like, oh, it's his back. His back's to me. This is easy. I have the advantage here. I beat him. I beat his mind games. And then psych, it's actually your front because this is the reverse ultimate Uno skin. And then you'll have that mind game advantage again. So, in my opinion, if you use both of these skins in conjunction with each other, swapping them out when you want the upper hand, when you want the secret advantage, then I'd give this an S tier. I honestly give both of these skins used together, there are just so many layers of trickery at that point, I have to give it an S tier. And it works with any skin. You can use whichever skin you want in this as long as it only has one layer. And if it has two layers, you can just put them both on one layer. It'll make the cosmetics a little bit more dull, but in the end, it's probably worth doing something as cool as this. So yeah, I gotta give it an S tier. What? You don't think those Minecraft incels be simping? You know those Minecraft incels be simping, bro. Let me tell you, the cringier the better too. I swear this gives you an advantage. B tier. This one is the Dream Classic, just using the skin of one of your opponents. Now, this one is pretty cool, pretty unique, pretty interesting. You have your normal skin on normally, but the second layer is the skin of one of your opponents. Now, this is a good idea, and you can definitely get really spicy on him. It worked out for Dream very well, but all of y'all are going to want to put this in S tier. I am not putting this in S tier, and I have to tell you why. First of all, username. The username difference is pretty blatantly obvious. It was pretty clear that he was Dream and not anyone else. Second of all, the likeliness that you actually get the positioning needed to trick one of your friends into thinking that this is you is extremely low. What should have happened is the first sucker to come out of this portal should have immediately been like, okay, I'm thinking, I'm using my mind instead of playing Manhunt against Dream. I'm actually using my mind. And I know that I was the first person to go through this portal, meaning I will be the first person to leave this portal, and then I will see where Dream is, and whoever is out there first, it's going to be Dream, it can't be anyone else. So I shouldn't care about skins or usernames. I shouldn't even be thinking about that. I should just be like, okay, Dream is going to be somewhere here. Attack him as quickly as possible. And I should know that no one else, none of my other teammates, could be coming through. But, you know, they weren't looking around quickly enough. They were probably too scared. And they didn't end up realizing it was Dream, even though the username makes it pretty obvious. Not even the dude whose skin he was using realized it was him, which is kind of absurd and flipping hilarious. But this definitely shouldn't have worked then. It probably won't work when you do it with your friends, and it can also be replicated, another Dream moment, by just using a simple invisibility potion. So in the end, it's definitely a good skin and a useful strategy, but it only goes in A tier. Now, what I would argue Dream should have done is use the skin of one of his opponents to start out and make them think, okay, we now know he's using one of our skins, he's trying to gimmick us, ha ha ha. But then have the second layer, which is another one of their skins, and that would definitely, or at least I think that would have a bit of a higher likelihood of tricking them, because in their minds they would have already beaten the skin gimmick. Wait a minute. Yo, Notch, what the hell, Notch? Oh, dude, look at my skin now, look at the color. It became darker. Bro, my skin did the Ariana Grande. Yo, what the hell? No, wait. Oh, it doesn't work now. Oh, yo, I'm so mad. Oh, I had to, like, color pick the sky perfectly and everything. I'm so mad, dude. Okay, wait. No. Why? Come on, Notch. Why are you not looking out for your boys, man? Making the skins. Come on, dude. And there's nothing I can do. Because the light, I'm pretty sure the sky color is at the highest possible contrast. Or I think I'm using that word wrong. But I can't pick a color light enough so that when it's made darker, it'll fit the sky. Because the sky is already the lightest possible light blue, like the RGB spectrum. Trust me, I know how this works. I don't think that's possible. Man, I just got ripped off. Oh, yeah, at least this had better work. Wait, this had better work. That's right, you watch the Pixar short Day and Night? That's this skin, baby. That's this skin. I still remember the numbers. I remember the numbers. Let's flipping go! No, I didn't want to fall. Anyway, give me a sec. Obviously, it's countered by hitboxes, so I can't put it any higher than B tier. Ooh, yo, I'm in the shadows. I'm a member of the Night Clan, the Night Gang. Ooh. Oh, this is that Skybase only. That's Skybasers only skin, dude. Let's go. Skybasers only, bro. Hell yeah. Now, obviously, they can't be right underneath you, or the moon's gonna make it obvious that it's you. But this is pretty flipping good for blending into the night. I think it's just a totally black skin, so it's not nearly as high IQ as I want it to be. I want it to be like, oh, this one's for the day, and this one's for the night, and you gotta switch them based on the time, and you gotta do it in the sky base. But if someone has a texture pack that makes the sky look darker, day will still help, and it'll make you less hard to see, so whatever. Yo, this one barely gets a B tier now, dude. Definitely gets a low B tier. Anyway, either way, I was going to say that any skin, I was just going to put it in B tier or lower if you could easily counter it with hitboxes, because I have hitboxes on, you know, literally all the time. But then I came up with this skin. Yeah. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing right now. This skin is pretty darn good. I mean, look at this crap. Look at this crap. What the hell? It's so good. I actually spent like an hour making this skin. You don't want to know how I made this skin. I screenshotted a grass block. I'm not going to go into it. It was a painstaking process where I had to paste every single pixel color, 16 squared pixels, 256, right, into there. Oh my goodness, it made me want to die. But I made the skin, made the grass skin. This did not exist on the internet anywhere. The other skin of my own design. And it's really good. It's really good. I should forewarn you that every single different biome has its own different color of grass. So you're going to want, you're going to want a different skin if you're going to be, say, in this biome or in a forest biome. I chose plains biome grass just because plains is going to be the biggest biome. It's not going to be the most useful thing in the universe, and the fact that your skin gets shaded as you change kind of the direction you're looking at it from is pretty darn, well, not the direction you're looking at from, but where the part of the skin is pointing. As you can see, as my head points down, I'm getting in a little bit of trouble there. So as you can see, that's going to pose a couple issues for people looking at you from the side. It's not really going to be the perfect camouflage, but this all-purpose camouflage skin is pretty cool. And yeah, it does get countered perfectly by hitboxes, which is why I turned that all off there. I didn't have to do this, but I did have to do this because otherwise it just becomes blatantly obvious that you're right there. See this, I know you think the hitboxes are annoying to see in my videos. I'm telling you, they're useful. You don't want to get tricked by my memes. You will get tricked by my memes. They're too spicy for you. But either way, oh, and a side note, every time you relaunch Minecraft, you have to disable your outer layer because it's on by default. That really annoys me. That definitely sucks if you're going to use one of these skins. However, I'd say it's most likely worth it. Let me turn all this on, and yeah. You can see where this is going. So this skin, this second layer, this outer version of the all-purpose camouflage skin, is going to be not useful at all, and then really, really useful because the entire nether is made out of netherrack. So you can hide from people hard just by crouching to hide your username, and a lot of the times they will just walk right past you. Once again, like with the armor skin, it's definitely much better at a distance. But as you can see, it's not useful at all right now, but you can imagine when you get into the nether, this crap is going to be extremely, supremely, dank memely useful. And then of course, the most important part of the video, which of my epic skins am I going to use from now on? Drum roll, please. Okay, apparently you don't have to turn off the outer layer every single time because I didn't have to right now, but reversal! It's going to be reversal, and the reason it's going to be reversal is because, first of all, it's the only skin I put in S tier, so it's what you would expect, but moreover, the bigger reason is the fact that I get to keep rocking my boy Steve's default skin. I told you, I like his threads. Steve, I like your threads, my guy. Anyway, I like Steve's threads. I like having the default skin. I don't know, maybe I'm weird as hell, maybe something's wrong with me, but I get to keep using the default Steve skin. I guess I just think it's kind of funny because every other YouTuber is using like their own custom skins and I'm the only one still using the Steve skin. It's just kind of ironic. But yeah, I'm using this so I can keep using the Steve skin. I can schmix the normies when they least expect it, and every now and then, who knows, I might whip the Uno skin out of my sleeve. I might whip any of my other spicy skins out of my sleeve, except the girl one. That one is already deleted. I can promise you I will not be whipping that one out of my sleeve. But Steve staying in my sleeve, baby. Well, anyway, all of these skins will be in the description, pretty obviously. I found out how to convert the skins into just data files that you can paste into the internet. I'll show you, it's pretty cool. Just copy this the links to the skins and then paste them, and they don't actually go to a website, they just go to the skin. You'll like it, okay, you'll see. All the skins are in the description. You can mix and match them if you want, of course, for better effect. For example, you could have the knight skin underneath and then fake armor as a second layer. That's pretty darn useful. That's a B tier skin and then an A tier skin. You could have even, I guess I would say most likely the netherrack as the first layer. Well, would it? I guess in like mini games and stuff, it's more likely for the grass to be the first layer, to be more useful. So you might have the grass camouflage skin as your first layer and fake armor as your second. You can do a bunch of stuff with mixing and matching these skins and do whatever you want. You can use your default skin as, on the bottom and only one of the kind of other layers if you want to. I think this was a pretty cool video. I think this needed to be made because no one has really covered skins that help you in combat, and there, as you can see, are a lot of them, and they can make a pretty massive difference in the way you play and the way other people play against you. I've seen a couple online in my time, and I thought it was high time someone talked about them.